And hello everybody, Manos here and welcome back to my Let's Play of Broken Sword 5 Serpent's Curse. Yeah, now we're trying to get Nico play the tune again. Come on, join.
Hi. Hey, Joe. What were you whistling? Oh, it's... What can you... Well, she's...
Come on. Sure. Come on, move. Why? Nico. Do we just need to wait until she starts to play the song? Nico, can you play the freaking song, please?
Nico? How do you like my lights, Nico?
They look heavenly, George.
How come your Ave Maria sounds...
Guys,
Nico? Poor Pearl.
she's in quite a state.
Hmm?
If we're going to find the tabula, her knowledge is key.
Yeah, can you
So,
please?
all our hopes are pinned on an American tourist.
Yeah, can you
I've
please?
pinned my hopes on an American tour.
Can you please play?
Pearl. Shh. Hi, Dwayne. Hey. What? Oh, it's... What can you... Well, she... She seems... How you holding up? Me? Pearl on the...
Why? Okay, so no, shit! Come on!
I lit the shavings.
God damn it. I think we need to do something with the smell. Yeah, because it burns too. But once.
I put the shavings in the mug. Nope. That would be... That would... That... That...
Can we do this?
I covered the shavings with Brett. Potpourri. Kind of.
Was that the answer?
I lit the scented shavings. A sweet aroma started to fill the room.
Okay, that was the thing. Nice. I was stupid.
Pumpkin? Oh my!
What?
The sound of angels, the lights of heaven, the smell of piety, and...
George.
Yes?
The Madonna, I do believe. Tears She's crying, Dwayne. The Madonna's crying. Little Timmy. Wrong side of the road. Not my fault. The broken leg.
Okay.
Compensation claim. Forgive me, poor Timmy.
Oh, Pearl, my precious, you're such a sensitive soul.
Well, now that's done. I feel my soul's floating on air.
Okay.
We can get on with our pilgrimage, Dwayne.
Can we talk
Just
first?
another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her usual cheery self.
Yeah. Yeah, I was stupid, man. Yeah, now we are go. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that we need to do something with the
Mrs.
smelter.
Henderson,
George, dear boy.
how you feeling?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I have just seen a miracle, George. It's all gonna be all right from now.
Okay.
I'm sure it is, Mrs. Henderson. I'm sure it is. So, Pearl, what have you been up to since we last met?
Well, George, I've been on a journey.
On journey.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of journey?
Yeah, what kind?
A spiritual one. A journey along the road to enlightenment.
Wow. And is that what brought you here?
It is. Though Santa Cova is but one step on that road.
What's so special about Santa Cova?
It's an ancient and very holy place. I've spent the last year researching it, and I can truly say there is nothing I do not know about it.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about that rock out there?
No, only that for 1,000 years, people have claimed to see a face in its shapes.
Okay.
Still, keeping busy, Dwayne?
Like the man said, George, that old kaleidoscope keeps getting shaken, and the pieces are ever in flux.
Guess it's your job to pick 'em up, huh?
Well, somebody has to do it, compadre.
Going
I
back.
enjoyed talking to Dwayne, but I was rarely any the wiser afterwards. What can you tell me about the statue?
I read that the Black Madonna has been here since the 9th century. She's called the Virgin of Montserrat.
Really?
Some say the original was moved to the cathedral. But Dwayne and I know that's just a bluff, don't we, honey?
We sure do. This one is the real McCoy.
What about
What can you tell me about
Santa Cova?
Well, dear, they call it the Chapel of the Holy Grotto. It was built directly into the mountain itself in 1696. It survived the Napoleonic Wars, mudslides, Civil War. But the chapel is still standing today. It's a miracle.
Really?
Or a restoration.
What was that, dear?
Nothing.
Yes, a miracle.
Hmm. Hmm.
Pearl, does this mean anything to you?
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations, of course.
What?
You know, the Dominicans. All those Gnostic saints. Doubting Thomas, Judas. And you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself.
Real?
Lady in red.
That's enough now, Dwayne. You know my feelings about her.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions, all right.
Then there's the Ouroboros, of course.
Something special about it?
Well, If I remember rightly, there was an Ouroboros right here in this chapel.
Where?
Back in the 30s and 40s, the chapel was renovated. The workmen uncovered numerous symbols carved in the rock. Amongst them was a fine Ouroboros.
Where is it?
But that's amazing. So, where is it?
Oh, it's not there now.
Oh.
It was considered blasphemous, so they plastered over it. Sweetheart, I think it's time for us to go. The
Is it
road to
beyond?
enlightenment waits for no woman.
Goodbye.
It's the pilgrim's lot, George.
Woohoo!
So
I think we
nice
need to break
see
the
you
altar.
again. And meet your girlfriend.
We're not.
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might need it. Keep an eye on our boy George here.
Poor little lost lamb.
I'm not...
Don't worry, this little lamb's in safe hands. Bon voyage.
Bon-
Bye-bye, dears.
Bye-bye. I think we need to break the altar. Or something.
See ya!
Bye!
Nico, don't even start.
Little lamb?
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we?
Sure.
Okay. This Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned,
You're right. We need to find it.
I know where it is. Probably. Maybe.
I hoped this was the right thing to do.
Me too. Ouroboros.
Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros.
Hmm.
I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened.
We need this one. The Ouroboros.
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall.
Well, can you use it?
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall. It was a gilt Ouroboros set with some sort of red crystal. It looked old. Really old.
Mm. Mm.
That wouldn't... The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge. I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened. I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge. The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall. That was almost a great... Nico? Got any ideas?
If the Ouroboros represents hidden knowledge, maybe there's something else we need to do before it's revealed.
What if
It was an old crank handle.
Okay, so we can.
I needed a better idea.
Sorry about that.
We couldn't leave now.
Mm.
Not when we were so close to finding the tabula.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Yeah, my nose. Oh, shit. Something's... Ah.
The photo was of the Marquez family.
Can you please work now?
The medallion Marquez's father wore looked identical to the one I found in Paris.
I think this has something to do with it.
It was a gilt Ouroboros set with some sort of red crystal. It looked old. Really old.
How can we get them?
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall. Nope, I needed to try something. That was almost...
Hammer to the
I
Ouroboros.
already found the Ouroboros. There was no need to damage any more of the chapel.
Really? Are you sure?
That was never... Hobbs had sketched the face he'd discovered in La Malediccio. I'm sure, like me, he thought it was a portrait of a person rather than a lump of rock.
Yeah, can you please work my...
Hobbs had... I'm sure...
What? God damn it. What is happening with my mouse again? Is there something in here that we haven't seen? Oh yeah, the candles. Oh, we can take one of the candles. Is that what we need to use somewhere? Like an Ouroboros?
That wasn't worth trying.
Really? What about... Okay. Like Madame?
That would be pointless. That was...
Oh, there was something else in there. Oh. Can we light it?
What was that noise? I knew it.
Oh.
Another secret passageway.
Oh, it was that
Amazing
easy.
job. How did you do it?
Luck.
Just another case of the old Stobart magic, I guess, Nico. It looks a little dark in there.
Are you scared, Josh?
No.
Of course not. Just worried about you tripping. That's all.
And I one short and very dark climb later. Oh, this is...
Oh, this is one dark cave.
Yeah. Am I... Pretty much.
It's the door that worries me, George.
Well, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. No need to panic.
You sure? About a minute later. Nope. Didn't open.
Now we panic. Help!
No worries.
I gotta say, Nico, you look pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, George, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well...
You're right. What was I thinking? You see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the
Darkness.
dark, evil-smelling cave.
Yes.
Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new?
George? Can't you use your phone? Oh, okay, no.
It was just my mind playing tricks in the dark.
Are you sure?
It felt cold and smooth, like worn stone. The thing had branches like a tree. The wall felt like it had something carved into it. I didn't want to use my last match until I absolutely needed to.
Okay.
It was cold to the touch and felt like carved rock.
Come on, mouse, please work with me. Thank you. Move on.
I could feel something smooth and spherical with clumps of what felt like fur or hair. It was a small, round object made of fabric with a musty smell. It felt cold and smooth, with some indentations along the surface. It was a flat surface like stone.
Can you please work with me? Oh, but almost split.
For a moment, I imagined falling forever in the dark. But it was just my imagination running wild. The floor was solid.
It was a war. That's the round thing.
It was a small stuffed animal of some kind. Short-haired. I guessed it was a tailless squirrel. Or perhaps a small badger? I was pretty sure it was some sort of stone table. I needed to save the match. I only had one. Nico was checking out the door. If she needed help, I knew she'd let me know. It wasn't the time to take up extreme blackout sculpture. It wasn't the time to... That was never going to work.
So nothing imaginary. Stone.
Face, arms. It was definitely a statue of some sort. That wouldn't make any sense. The place was really spooking me. I needed to find some light. It was some kind of stuffed animal. That was... I touched the object again. There was a fingertip-sized hole. I stuck my finger in. It was slightly sticky.
Okay.
The carved stone felt like the branches of a tree. Using my last match to... My guess was it was a hat, but without light I couldn't be sure. The match might have helped, but it was the only one I had. I was pretty sure it was some sort of stone table. It was stone with a recess in it and, an oily liquid in it. There was some kind of thin twine in the middle of it, too.
Okay, so that one. It's the only object.
Hey, Nico, I think I found some light. Whoa.
Oh.
It must be Genan. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
Which hole?
This is where he ended up.
Pushing my finger
in a cave. Hole in the head dead. Decomposing for decades dead.
Yeah.
And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brains out dead.
Okay.
Okay, George, I get the point. What is this place?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Look at the Gnostic symbols.
Yes.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
Well, it looks like the Virgin Mary, but I don't think it is.
What do you mean?
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder look? It must be
Mother Magdalene.
Of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her. This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
Yeah.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
Yeah.
But if it was that obvious, don't you think Genan would have found it?
No. Because Tabula carving statue.
A large carving of the Tabula Veritatis symbol. All the other figures in the scene seemed to be supplicating themselves to it. A group of figures looked up towards the tabula. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before.
Yeah.
The carved figure had once been green. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah.
Yes.
Blue paint was peeling from the carved figure. I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer.
Yeah.
The pillar had been carved into the shape of a tree and painted green. I knew it represented the tree of life. There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue. I'm sure that this is Mary Magdalene.
The red robes. It all makes sense. The Madonna would be wearing blue. So, who's the child?
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus, she,
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so.
Can you please work with me?
The pillar had been sculpted into a tree and then painted blue. I knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge. Getting up close and personal to Ganon's leathery corpse wasn't pleasant, but we had to figure out how to get out of there. Ganon had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out. I wonder what he'd been up to. It was an old water canteen. The contents had long since been drunk. It was an old flashlight. It looked like it died around the same time as Ganon. It was a fedora, just like the one in Ganon's trunk back at the Castell. The years had been kind to it. I picked up the old gun. It was too corroded and rusty to ever be fired again.
Can you please work it? Yeah?
It had to be Ganon, in which case the body had been there for decades. There was a bullet hole in the side of his head. Just like us, he'd been trapped. He'd chosen suicide. I prized the map out from under the arm of the corpse. It looked like Ganon had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late.
Mm-hmm.
I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands.
Really?
I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, like our souls. But rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Ganon left a secret message in his testament.
Probably. Oh, Siri.
The photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. Ganon had written on it. Someone, presumably Ganon, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called
A, B, C,
the
D.
Sun King. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol Ka-Ip-Ha means burning enemy cities. Whoever this Sun King guy was, he certainly had a point to prove. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel del Sun.
Sure.
Nico,
What?
is this what I think it is? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Genan did find it.
Yeah.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for this?
I don't know.
Why go to such lengths to keep it hidden?
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon claimed.
Maybe.
The question now is, what do we do with it?
What do we do? Come on.
That wouldn't have worked. That wouldn't make any sense.
Oh. Remove the statue.
I gave the statue a push, and it turned anti-clockwise. I gave the statue another shove.
Okay.
The stone door had sealed us in.
There's something we need to do in here. I just don't know what. Life is life.
I guess that finding the tabula was the easy part. Figuring out its purpose was a different proposition. A row of symbols were etched onto the top bar of the tabula. These symbols looked just like the ones on the photograph of the clay tablet.
Yeah?
The tabula was engraved with a number of curious-looking symbols. These symbols looked just like the ones on the photograph of the clay tablet.
Okay, we decipher it then.
According to the translation, some guy called the Sun King once had the Tabula Veritatis in his possession. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol La Ha Shi represents the Sun City region. Gainan had marked this symbol in red with the letter A. Du A Shi apparently means the Two River region. If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol La Ji Shi represents the Sunset Mountain. Sounds like a theme park ride. Shi translates as Mountain Kingdom. Gainan had marked this symbol with the letter B. The symbol Zhu Ha was translated as the Young Cities. Gainan had marked this symbol with the letter E. Du A. If Gainan's translation...
Okay, so...
I guess that finding the tabula was the easy part. Figuring out its purpose was a different proposition.
Okay, so there is... setting sun. Mountain thing. The eye undulated and some kind of a staff.
The symbol on the tablet.
There is nothing of those in here. Okay.
I guess that finding the figuring out its
There's that one, and there's O. There's O with that one. Mountain without the sun. And there's that one, and there's owl, and then there's that thing. Yeah.
The symbol on the...
Okay, so there are some of them. Yeah. No, there isn't. Okay. Oh, what? Where is the tablet? That is the question.
The long dead remains of a person slumped over the table with a bullet hole in his skull. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp.
Can we put this?
The medallion fitted snugly into the socket. Whoa! Would you take a look at that?
The light from the medallion is illuminating this blue figure.
This could be our ticket out of here.
If you're right, that explains why Gainan never got out of here.
Probably.
We didn't have the medallion.
I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer.
Okay, so do we need to put it on the right
The
one?
ornate lamp warranted a closer look.
Now it is showing there.
They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before.
Yeah, it was in this.
So the statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Only a true Gnostic would know that. Or someone who had it explained in an old Vatican manuscript taken from a dead priest. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah.
Do we need it?
I gave the statue another shove. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth.
Okay. So.
I guess that figuring out its purpose.
Freaking mouse. I think we are. I end this episode here. Come on. And let's save first. Go. Yeah. Let's save here. And then we are gonna end this episode. But thanks for everybody who came to watch this video, and if you liked it, give it a like and leave a comment, and if you really liked it, give my channel a sub, and see you next time. Bye bye!